Yeah, huge networks of walking trails that go through there. It's really awesome. Through the Pyrenees, obviously through the Alps, through whatever you want to do there. It's really awesome.
It's just fog down in the valleys all day long at about 5,000 feet, and we're walking at 6,000 feet, so we're kind of above the clouds.
What do you think? Should we stop?
Yeah, we're just kind of. I don't know what we're talking about here, but Bernie just got a little camera happy. I love this area, man. This is like something out of like some kind of fairy tale thing. This is how it felt. Just all these inspired things jutting up out of the mist. I mean, it's amazing. There's Rainier off in the distance there on the right. And this was our lunch spot. Pretty awesome. This is like,
it's a wig, man.
That's a mop.
No, that's Mop Top. I'm surprised he gave me his nickname, Mop Top.
That's taken from Red's Pass at about 6,500 feet. As you can see, tree line is significantly lower than it was in the Sierras. Glacier Peak. Some glaciers coming off of Glacier Peak. It's a little later in the day. It's pretty much got cloud cover all over the peak now. I like this Glacier Peak up top there, and then you got the snowfield coming down into a lake. That was really pretty. And then we're looking over into North Cascades National Park there to some of the peaks over in that area.
How tall are those peaks?
About 9,000 feet. Yeah, we camped on the bridge because we walked late that day. We were just busting. We're going really fast because we left Leavenworth on Wednesday and we realized that it's Labor Day weekend and Stehekin Post Office was only open till noon on Saturday. So it was 100 miles from between the two areas and we had 3 days to do it. And this was through the most rugged terrain of the whole trip, pretty much, except maybe the Sierras. And so we walked late that day, and we got down to this area where we were going to camp at this river, and all the campsites were taken by people going to climb Glacier Peak. So we camped right on the bridge, and man, there were mice all night long just crawling all over us. It was kind of rough
to get across the creek.
Yeah, we didn't sleep all that well that night.
You see, they hear about that on the Appalachian a lot.
Yeah. Meadow Ed, the guy in the middle.
He's getting a
Meadow Ed's kind of infamous among PCT hikers. Mike looked like he's about ready to kill somebody in that picture.
He's got that Dave's kill one.
Yeah, he totally does.
Last night or something.
But Meadow Ed his whole life is the PCT. He wanders the PCT every year. He does like a couple of sections, and I ran into him like 3 times on the trail, and he just like catalogs everyone that's hiking it. He makes a scrapbook every year, and he just kind of digs the whole PCT thing. So we kind of liked him just because he liked us, I guess. I don't know.
What's Patch had 2 poles? Were those his walking sticks?
Yeah, they were. He made out of wood. That was just his gig, you know. He didn't do the ski pole thing.
Had him the whole time?
Yep. Pat's is kind of an interesting character. He's really lives simply. Glacier Peak there, North Face. Patch wanted to climb Glacier Peak. We talked him out of it. He wanted to come down the North Face, and we were like, dude, Glacier Peak, you know, it's not called that for nothing. You don't have an ice axe. You're gonna come down the North Face, you know, Glacier Peak. Come on. So we talked him out of it. And then we got to that one location of that last picture, and we're like, look, Patch, look at that North Face. You would have died out there. He got so pissed at us because we were just giving him so much grief. And then that night he set up his tarp, and it was just a pitiful thing. And Bernie and I were just totally, look at this Patch, a big PCT hiker, you know, he's going to do the CDT next year. He's already done the AT. Triple Crown, look at this tarp. What is this? We're like blowing on it, trying to get it to fall over. It was so funny. He was livid. Oh, man. There was nothing else to do. Yeah, huckleberries. It was really hard to make miles, man, because there were so many huckleberries. But we had to get to the post office, because if we didn't get to the post office by Saturday, we would have to wait till the following Tuesday. And Stehekin You can't drive to Stehekin. It's at the end of this 50-mile long, really skinny lake, really rugged terrain, and there are no roads into the town. The only way you can get to the town is walk there or boat there. So I figured there'd be nothing to eat for me there, and sure enough, there wasn't. There was nothing that I would want to eat, and so if I didn't get there to get my package, I'd be bumming, you know. I'd have to hang out there, but actually my package didn't show up. I don't know what happened. So I took a boat into Chellan, the town at the other end of the lake. It was like 50 miles away, and I managed to get some food there. This is Stehekin. There are roads there. People have boated cars in there. There's like a 10-mile long road. And this is the bus that picked us up at the trailhead and took us down to the town. And then there's the boat I took into Chellan, which actually was a really beautiful boat ride. 4 hours to get to the other end of the lake. And I'm kind of glad I did it because unfortunately I once again got separated from the people I was hiking with. So they kind of waited for me at the end and got reunited. And there I am out in the middle of the lake. It's one of the most peaceful places I've ever been is Stehekin.
It's an actual town, or is it
Town. Yeah, you were telling me about that, Connor.
It's really amazing.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I mean, it's so silent there and peaceful. Can't
Year
drive
round?
there. That's probably why.
Year-round people are there? Or is
Yeah.
It's tourism? Is that the industry?
In the summer.
When are they just gonna...
In the winter, nobody goes there
Yeah.
except the people who live there year round, which is maybe 70 people.
Well,
And you can get organic produce there. Like every day, the boat brings in produce, and you can. There's one organization you can order what you want in organic produce. So you could like go live there for summer or a whole year and just like do a whole meditative, contemplative
What
thing.
state is this?
Washington.
What? It's almost done.
Yeah, I've got probably 50, 60 miles to go here. There's the trail snaking along that ridge line. North Cascades. The trail doesn't actually go through North Cascades National Park. It does in the southern part of the park, but there isn't much scenery there. But here I'm kind of looking into North Cascades National Park. The trail kind of parallels the eastern border of it.
And you weren't getting rained on, huh?
No, I actually got snowed on the day before, the second to last day of the trip. And there's I don't know if I put that picture in here. This was that night it snowed, and the next morning. Not much, just kind of. It didn't stick. Just kind of flaked all day long. Yeah, it's looking east, or west rather, into North Cascades National Park.
west. So you're on the east side of the...
Right.
Oh, wow. So you snake all the way around to the east side.
Yep. That's the last camp of the trip right there at that lake.
Wow.
There I am at the border. And there's the border, man. There's like a clear cut the whole length of the American-Canadian border. They just mowed down the trees.
That was real necessary.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we might not know.
And we have to know. I mean,
We have to know, yeah.
And now there's,
So weird.
National Guard and, people in
Oh,
M16s
yeah, everywhere.
patrolling them.
Every border, yeah. On the border.
So that's that.
So, okay, now, where are you, though? Like, how far is the road?
8 miles into Canada to get to a little town called Manning Park, where the rest of the crew was kind of hanging out, waiting for me, and we rented a car back to, Colorado and beyond to get home.
Cool.
So,
Just picked up from there and went...
well, actually, we took a bus from Manning Park to Vancouver, spent the night at the bus station, got kicked out about midnight, so we went out and slept on the bus station. Well, the thing about PCT hikers is they refuse to spend money on anything, because it's like a lifestyle for a lot of these people. It's like that's just what they do. They work hard, save up money, and then they go hike a trail. And when they're on the trail, they don't spend money on anything.